So it has been a hot minute since we actually did any PvP videos, so I figured new year, new festival, why not get that ball rolling again? So we're going to go ahead and test some of the relevant Meli Liz teams, which is going to be Demons, Angels, and then there's like a kind of anti-synergistic but go first Ooga Booga team, which is like half UR, half LR. We're going to go ahead and try that anyways. Don't think I'm going to like it, but we're here to test it. We're going to start with the Demon team. So we have Meli Liz, obviously. We've got Demiurge, pretty much one of his best partners when it comes to AoE nuking, right? He's got the weak point, and then the Blazing Inferno stacks is going to be a lot of damage. Gelda, she's kind of like the GOAT. She's been pretty relevant ever since she's dropped, so I think that says enough for her. Green Sigurd's the best demon backline. I think, funny enough, also the best human backline, right? So, if for replacements, I guess if you don't have either one of these, the replacements are going to be the same. So you could do Halloween Esta, you could do Blue Esta, but he doesn't have an AoE, so that's a little less synergy for the AoE turn 1 nuke that we're trying to do. You could also do Demon King Zeldris, the Tyrant, because he does have that AoE. Infect, and then Green Sigurd's replacements are going to be Red Chandler and then Ominous Nebula Zeldris with his Relic. For the links, you're going to put Tarmiel on Meli Liz just to make him really annoying to kill. Demi's going to want LR Zeldris, especially if you're going to run Gelda, right? Because a lot of her damage does scale off of our Demon Allies lifesteal. LR Zeldris is a lifesteal link, not to mention he has pretty good CC here. The link for Gelda could be Mael. It also could be Eska. I think it depends on what you want to do. Mael's going to help with the damage, but I don't think this setup we really need the damage. I think it's probably going to be better if Gelda just stays alive. And Eska is going to be increasing maximum HP, so that's going to help with that. Sigurd just needs a high CC link, and we got CC food, so we're trying to go first. So that's the setup. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so the first team we're running into is going to be some unknowns. 262. Look at that. That is a big boy. Because we got Milim, Sabnok, and Demi. So let's see what this looks like for us. Sob with the opener. Yep, we got the Mind Break going out. Demi with the AoE, that's going to hurt. And then we're going to have the Dragon Rampage from Milim, which is going to be the 2-tap. Demi gets stunned, probably dies. Gelda lives on. And we got Sigurd already having to come on out. So we're single target locked. Single target locked on you, and then AoE locked on you. So we have to taunt into Sob, who probably has Red Tarm. So we just do the only thing we can do, which is, well, I think we should probably talent. We're definitely going to need the shield now. Boop, boop, and we'll move with Meli Liz. Classic 1 damage on Milim because of that, that buff. Forgot what it's called. Dragon Power? Or is that part of Dragon Rampage? Or is it neither? Dragon Protection? No, that's something else. I forget. Whatever, she's got a ton of stuff to work around. We got the shield, so hopefully we can live. Ah, does not pop it. Only gets through half. Going for Gelda. Pop the shield there. Can you kill her? Ah, rank 2. 320. You do in fact kill her. So we are left with just Meli Liz and Sigurd. So we've got the stack of Graham Curse on everybody. Big fan. Which one of these was the only take 1 damage? I'm not sure. Let's go for Sob first. I guess we'll AoE in single target. That'll get us Meli Liz. What's it called? The ult. But they have the Nashi, so we're not getting the ult. We do kill half the team there. Nashi's gonna come out. It looked like Milim mergers. Not sure if we're a big fan of that. He could kill us. It's probably double Milim. You got a lot of silvers. Oh. Silver 1. Silver 2 must belong to Nanashi because he has an orb. It looks like he moved cards. Popping Sigurd. I'm a fan. Get rid of all that. Now, what could have been really nice, and I don't think I can kill because she's got the, what's it called? Yeah, that's the only taking like 1 damage thing. So, is it is it 6/6? No, it's 3/6. Let's just try to kill Nanashi. We can absolutely do. Now we still have our revive. And then we'll get our we still have our Blade of Judgment there. So this doesn't kill. I think we win. Yeah, it does. It procs our revive, but we're full HP. But you do have that, right? All sacks of dragon power are removed. You didn't kill anybody. I'm struggling to remember how that works. It's been a minute. I don't remember. This is gonna look awkward if this was the wrong move. Okay. I was sweating for a second. I really cannot remember which one it was. I think it's when you kill or somebody dies, then you get it. Whatever. Going second, we did pretty good, so decent first match. Alright, next up we have... Ooh, this is the Go First team I was talking about. It is Meli, Liz, LR Deanne, LR Milim, and then backline's usually your Eska. However, they had like 220 CC, 228 I think. So that's kind of not the CC you're looking for if you're running this team, right? The whole purpose of it is to be able to go first. You're using all your big boys. And if you can't go first with it, the team is definitely going to be ass. I mean, look at this. It's absolutely getting nuked. Already proc the Meli Liz revive. Post-revive Meli almost dies to the Geld AoE, which is insane. It's not even Eska in the back, it's Nanashi in the back. That is rough. Especially going second, because you don't get the buffs. So we're all inning into Meli. Gotcha. Blocked out, Graham's Curse drops. Sounds minus 10% to the HP. He had the shield, and it gets ticked away by our Sword of Darkness. I mean, you don't have the buffs. We could just kill. We could double Meli there. Merge this Gelda. Oof. Almost a Meli. You're probably going to drop pretty quick. Yep. Pretty easy. So that's not how you want to run that team, but it is technically an option. Alright, so this will be the last match before we swap. So we've got another demon team. Actually, I think it's our first demon team. But we do have Meliz with Demi and Blue Esta, right? Like I mentioned that before. Technically an alternative, but a little less synergistic. But we'll do the same thing. Talent buff and triple AoE. Throw Gelda in at the end. What's our lifesteal even after our first turn? 59... Was that 59k? Yeah, and that was like 20 something. Missed it. Pop the revive. Big fan of that. I guess we can actually double check. Just gotta click on it. 349. Yeah. Almost capped right there. Against that particular version of this team. We got Nebulous Eldris in the back, so you can tell this is absolutely a budget version of the ideal demon team. Pretty much the worst options, I think. The worst backup demon being Blue Esta here, and the worst backup subslot. But just enough to work, so. Sword of Darkness tick knocks off his shield there, and he does have his ults, but yeah, he's probably gonna die. We got double single target from Meliz, and Gelda will hit cap. Wahoo will hit harder. Let's do Demi just because he needs the lifesteal. Probably doesn't matter because he's gonna die to both of these attacks. But oh, he's gonna quit. That's fair. I understand there, bud. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and swap teams. Alright, so the new team is going to be Meli Liz, Mael, LR Marg, and Tristan. So, this team, the Angels are much less flexible, right? Because there's just not a lot of good Angels these days anymore. Liz was a good core of the unit, but that's taken up by the duo unit. Mael was the main DPS, so he's kind of going to be there. LR Margaret, she's pretty much the weakest link, but there's not really much else that we can do, right? So she's there. Tristan, he's nice because he double buffs Meli Liz, right? Because he buffs angels and demons, so that could help him a decent amount. And then really the flexibleness is if you don't have Tristan, you can run green a lot. The CC is pretty nice, 266. I think that was more than what we had on the demon team. Well, that's just because everybody is, I think, 6'6", because these guys are pretty old by now. Actually, Tristan I don't think was 6 yet. But yeah, that's going to be the team, so we'll jump into it. Alright, so first up, we have a little LR Milim action. So, for those of you that said she fell off, I'm about to find out. I wouldn't say she fell off. I wouldn't even say she's off meta yet. I think she's just, you know, she's still the best unknown option there. So, we've got the Brilliance of the Sun. This time we have Shield of Light instead of the Sword of Darkness here. We're going to apply the same concept. We're going to talent buff, and we're going to triple AoE. If the game lets me. Lag on the 4 seconds there. So we have the crit res down from Margaret's. Damage dealt minus 20% for them with sunspots. And 248 on the AoE. Doesn't wipe LRDN. I don't remember what our AoE damage was previously. If it is comparable, if it's better or worse. Honestly, I could just check really quickly. Let me see. The last time that we did it, it hit for a solid 400k. So, yeah. And I mean, if you're factoring in the crit res down from Margaret, that's pretty bad in comparison. And we're getting double buffed by Tristan, right? So with all that in mind, we don't do as much damage. He doesn't do a lot of damage either, it looks like. But I guess if you also consider, does the talent buff change? I'm gonna have to read that real quick. Alright, and now we've got, we have a team. What do we call this team? I'm gonna call it the UR team, because it's 3 URs and that's about it. So let me go ahead and double check this. The talent doesn't change, right? So it's the same. The big thing is we don't get Sword of Darkness, which is the plus 20% and the damage take. We get basic stat increase and a little bit of HP recovery. Pretty much like a Tarmiel on everybody, right? So we lose that damage buff. And then the damage buffs from the demons obviously are nowhere near the same caliber as the angels. Now, the angels are definitely, if I had to guess, significantly tankier, right? Because you've got Brilliance of the Sun, you have Sunspot debuffs going down. Milim in the back. It's literally a... this guy just put all of his highest CC units together, okay. What was I saying? Brilliance of... Oh, yeah, you're not getting through that. Tarmiel HP, and then the Shield of Light recovery. That's rough. Crit res down into a single target merge. You are chalked. Or cooked, I should say, I guess. The same shit. Yeah, you're not. That's rough. That's not a real team, buddy. That's fine. Let's move on. Alright, next up is a little bit of suicide action. So we've got Blue Fraudrin, and then... yeah. So, why am I tempted to just do the nuking still? And not care about Fraudrin? Obviously, the single target is going to be taunted into Meli Liz, but I'm not really worried about that. Let's just see if we can brute force this. You're probably not running dodge food, but I guess there's a possibility. Now, the tricky thing is, we know for a fact that Meli Liz is going to live and get their ults, right? There's nothing we can do about that. But this is one of the scenarios where we get to test where the Angel team is potentially stronger than the Demon team, and that's their defenses. Now, we don't know what ult rank this guy has. We didn't check. So we're going to see... he's still going to have sunspots? No, he doesn't. So we're going to see if Shield... what is it? Shield of Light, Brilliance of the Sun, and the Talent Shield is enough to protect us from an ult of an unknown level. Does he break the shield first? He probably should. No, he doesn't break our shield. He doesn't break the Goddess Liz shield. Okay. That's rough. Yeah. I mean, we're tanky as fuck on this team, my guy. I think what'll be an interesting development in the meta is seeing in what scenario the Angel team will be a little better to run. It's also 1/6 ult, so there's nothing really to worry about there. Got really no debuffs. I don't really care about cleansing here. We could do the same thing. This time we get to single target, so I guess we'll just do Meli Liz. Does this pop shield? Ooh, it does. Cool. So crit res down. He missed one crit. We're gonna proc the revive there. So you get Blade of Judgment, right? Yeah. Oh, I still have mine too. He gets something else. I think it's... Oh, it's a taunt. No, he already got the taunt from... I don't remember how that works. Oh! Tarmiel? Okay. Oh, we got a rank 2. We got the revive. Dang. See, even though he doesn't have most of his demon allies, or any applicable allies, really, Meli Liz is still strong. Oh yeah, that's right, he revived. Let's see. If this takes one more turn, we'll have our talent back. So that's surprising. Crit res down there. We'll do this rank 2. I guess we'll take the Mile merge, because this will also get us Meli Liz ult. I wonder if it'll be enough to kill their Meli Liz. Oh my god. I guess that wasn't really a question. Bye-bye. Animation kind of being weird there. But that was nice. Using Suicide is a pleasant way to at least test the defenses of this. So, I think that's enough for the Angels. We'll go ahead and move on to the last team. Alright, so this team I would barely call like a real team, right? There's absolutely no synergy here. The main thing is that it goes first, because it's 2 LRs and 2 URs, some of the latest at that. So we're looking at 277, which is pretty crazy for ungeared, right? The team still can technically work. It's not like what we just saw in the last couple matches. It was like LR, Lost Vein, Thor, and Eska. Right? You can still taunt with LRD and get the, 15% attack related. Get the double tap with Milim. Your talent buffing and then AoEing with Meli Liz, and that'll be a fuck ton of damage. We're doing full Angels on the Graces here, and then obviously because of my L, this does turn off this Grace, but he's in the back, so kind of matters a lot less. Not really worried about that there, so that's our setup here. We'll jump into it. Alright, first up we have a variant of the Demon team. Oh, look at that. People are in fact running Tyrant Demon King, or Demon King Zeldris, if you are missing. Well, I did say if you're missing Galda, but I guess this guy's missing Demi. So, the synergy here sucks, right? This is basically selling your soul to go first, because you don't get Shield of Light and you don't get Sword of Darkness. So you're cooking like a good chunk of Meli's kit. And that kind of sucks, right? You don't want to do that. The other thing about this team is if they do have dodge food, right, because ideally you want to put the Deanne taunt up first to get that attack buff. It kind of cucks a lot of your damage. Because if there is dodge food, then you're missing the melee attack. And you want a melee attack first, this way both of the stacks of the dragon power is gone from Milim, so she gets the double tap in her AoE. Melee's going to whiff, and then the double tap is just going to be kind of unsatisfying. Ooh, we got AoE gold. Goldilocks. Not much. Not a lot of damage there. He's got the Nashi in the back. Interesting, interesting. So now he doesn't have a demon up front. Meli Liz with their ult ready to go. But that's okay. He's got shield on just him. We've got lots of single targets. We can do Milim, Meli Liz, Milim. Pretty cool. That pop shield. Damage was terrible. That damage wasn't. 511. Still hits pretty hard. Last one. Ooh. The buffs barely saved my boy. Barely saved the Nashi. That's with our taunt up. Nashi's still really good when it comes to tanking. At least when it comes to buffs for tanking. I wouldn't say he's a tank in particular. But this is his final legs here. We'll just throw out some random attacks. Clear that guy out. Does this kill? That's funny. 78k. Okay, looks good. Not a fan of the anti-synergy here, but we go first. But we were already going first, so not the best team. Alright, next up, we surprisingly have a mirror. Somebody's actually running this same thing. But they did not go first. They absolutely are not out-CCing this. So yeah, we'll do the thing. We'll do the taunt, the Liz Meli, and the Millum. See what happens. Because of the CC, it could still be dodge food. It doesn't look like it is. There's still almost half them. Millum double tap. Procs the revive. Damn. Oof. They didn't want to stick around for the rest of it. Let me check the CC, guys. I missed it. Yeah, if you're running this setup and still only have 235, probably not the team for you. All right, so for our final match, we've got the Angel version, which you don't see too much, which I'm glad we're running it into. What was that, like 240? Oh my god. Let me get to see how we do. I'm out of PvP stamina, so we're just going to have to settle with that. I don't even want to do that many runs with this team, like I said, because it's so anti-synergistic. It kind of just feels bad, man. So if you guys liked it, drop a thumb. Maybe sub if you're into that. I'll see you next one.